2 minivans.
2 together. I think there's a third one floating about somewhere. I'm not sure. But we've got, obviously, we've got a bit of everything, haven't we?
Yeah,
we've got a
amazing.
line of minis here.
Yeah, yeah. But who would have thought it? 2 minivans. Aren't many auctions in the country with 2 minivans. Because as we say, commercials were bought to work and work to death, and that's the end of it. Your mum actually learned to drive in that vehicle, exactly that, teal blue, exactly the same colour, amazingly. Super things. And I used to love them, because I don't know what it is about them, but an 848 minivan flies compared to a car. I don't know whether it's the gearing or whatever, but they're sharp in a way, you know.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Funny,
because
isn't it? It's really weird.
We experienced that with Cavaliers back in the day. A 4-speed 1.3 Cavalier was a right nippy little flyer.
Yeah.
You know, it felt a lot more lively than a 5-speed 1600.
It did, yeah,
Strange,
absolutely. Yeah, that was a lazy engine, that 1600.
Yeah.
But no, great, 2 of them. And the line up there, look at that. Price range. Oh, look at that, an ambulance. Look at that. Oh, it's sold, that's going out. Forget that
To be honest with you, I bought that about 3 sales ago. Yeah. I've always fancied one. I had to outbid everybody else, obviously, as it works. But I thought, when's the last time you saw a nice one of them?
Certainly, sticking it up as an ambulance, you wouldn't say.
Well, there you go. Well, I didn't think about sticking up an ambulance, but I just thought, I can remember going in one as a kid. You had one when I was a kid, self-central steering, and it was all a bit voodoo. And I just thought, it came along. It didn't actually get a lot of interest, and I thought, no, I like that. So I ended up owning that car. I've got to do something with it. I'm looking forward to getting it out. Yeah.
Well, you won't remember, but in their day, there was 2 buyers for them. One was a school teacher with about 8 or 9 kids.
Yeah.
And the other one was an antique dealer that wanted to put a great big roof on the back. That was it. Like.
And then you just touched on this road here. I mean, these, just such fantastic value for money, aren't they?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable value for money. They really are. I mean,
we've had a bit of a resurgence on price, haven't we, over this last 3 or 4 years? Shadows have just crept up a bit, but they've slipped back down again.
They've gone down again.
And I can't understand it. I really can't.
You still need, in my opinion, you still need 15k plus for one that I would buy, a nice one.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, when you think less than £10,000 gets you one of these now.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable value for money. Absolutely. And as we say, I've said for years, guys out there, until you've driven one of these, you ain't driven anything. I don't care what you've had, all your performance cars, everything like that, until you've driven a Shadow or Spirit, you've not driven a proper
There's something
car.
about them.
They are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They are a lovely car. And to be fair, they're not a particularly expensive car to maintain, are they, really? You know, certainly if you could do some stuff yourself. I mean, people get scared of the maintenance, I feel.
Yeah.
But
as long as you use them, you must use them. You can't park them up for 6 months and expect everything to work straight away.
No, I know.
You've got to use them. Go to the pub on a Sunday night, Sunday lunchtime, whatever it might be. Go to a club one night on a Wednesday or something, some meeting club. Just enjoy it on limited use. Because if you use these every day, they become a Ford Sierra. If you use them sparingly, every time you get in it and go out, you'll
enjoy it, won't you?
Oh,
I know. Well, let's carry on the walkabout because we've got a absolute sea of cars. We'll go down to the bike shed in a minute, Dad, if that's all right, because a load of bikes and more cars down there. I didn't know if there was anything else in here while we're up that's
just this one here, only because I walked past it. I mean, there's badge engineering. You know, we say about badge engineering these days, a Renault van is the same as a Bedford, or it is a Bedford van
or something.
Yeah, whatever it is. Badge engineering, look, arrow-shaped, Hillman Minx, Hillman Hunter, I suppose, ideally, badged us up as a Humber. Nothing's changed, has it? Very little at all.
No, well, I suppose it's very similar to Jag and Daimler, isn't it, really, in all fairness?
Exactly the same, and BMC.
Yeah, true enough.
Riley and all the rest of it.
There's a couple of bits down here that I'd just like to highlight. We've got some real sensibly priced convertibles, which are good fun for the summer. And there's a couple of Audis there, BMW Z3s, Z4s, but they are good value. £3,000 or £4,000, really. In today's world, isn't a lot of money, is it? You know, you can spend that on a television set. £3,000 or £4,000, even not as much as that. £2,000 gets you a little Mazda MX-5.
Yeah.
Have a load of fun. An absolute load of fun in the summer with that.
Yeah, you've got to give double that for a midget, let alone an MGB.
I know. Good value.
But this is a sad old thing. Look, these were the bee's knees for weddings, weren't they? Not too long ago. But wedding jobs had it. It's a real shame, really. There's a whole industry gone because of this licensing, I don't know, private premises for weddings and such, like hotels. You know, so that there are jobs to sell now. You couldn't have bought one of them for 15,000 quid 10 years ago. Now you're talking about
half
7.
that.
Yeah,
half.
Exactly right.
I know.
And a lovely old car, you know, it's probably got a Pinto engine in it, I don't know, or a V6 maybe, I don't know.
They tend to have 4 or 6 parts,
don't they? Yeah.
But,
you know, good motors.
But the trouble is with them is they're a little bit like a white shadow, aren't they?
Yep.
You know, the enthusiast doesn't really want a white shadow, and they don't really want a white.
No.
You know, they don't, do they?
They don't.
Because it just shouts wedding card, doesn't it?
Yeah. If that was metallic blue, it'd stand a good chance.
Yeah.
But I had a Bentley, the same sort of thing. And you pull up outside a shop, nip in and get a can of Coke, and the lady behind the counter says, "Where's the wedding?"
Yeah.
All the time.
I know.
Now, you've passed the best car in the world. Here it is here. Picked that up myself.
That's your bag.
Oh, what a car. I mean, what a car. Absolutely fantastic. One of two ever made. Only two.
Is that right?
Two of these made.
The body by?
A firm in France, in Paris, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try. Oh, here we are. Kellner, for the want of better pronunciation. Pillarless, look at that, pillarless. So you open the door, and even on a sportsman's coupe like this, you open the door, move the seat forward, and almost walk in. Fabulous car. What a car. Words can't describe that car.
No,
it's
nice,
absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we go back to the run-of-the-mill stuff. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, really.
We get offered, as you know, somewhere, you know, some weeks I can get offered 15 XJSs, XK8s, XKRs. I have to say no to the majority, but we have got a handful of nice XJs in again. And a nice XJ does okay, I feel.
Yeah.
Because there's so many
XJS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so many, there's so many,
there's
so
many
bad
average
ones.
ones, aren't there?
There's so many bad ones. When you get a nice one, it doesn't actually do so bad.
No.
But honestly, I still can't get my head around how many emails a week we have offering us XJ6s, XJSs, Mercedes SLKs, CLKs. Oh man, honestly, just dozens and dozens.
I'll tell you what it is.
More than MGBs.
Yeah, I know. Well, I remember doing a sale, maybe 3 sales back. I think we had 6, like almost in a row. Couldn't believe it. And they were all struggling to get over £4,000. But I'll tell you what it is though, they come down to a level where, I'm not being rude, but I've got to be honest, Joe Bloggs buys it in the road, in the street, and he's not a car man. He ain't got a lot of money to maintain it, but he buys a cheap bit of flash and he don't maintain it. Then it goes downhill, then it becomes a cheap banger.
Well, you only need 2 owners in succession like that, then what was quite a nice car becomes quite a tired car, doesn't it? That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah.
And these MGs, we have lots of MGs.
Yep.
Again, a nice F or TF does very well, because there are so many average ones, aren't there? So many average ones. I'll tell you that once I mentioned, Peugeot, 29 miles from new, 29 mile from new. Well, we've got 2 low mileage cars here, 2,000 mile, with a very famous owner, Ron Haslam, motorcycle racer. This lady wasn't quite as famous, but 29 miles on that little Peugeot, diesel, basically, it's locked up, but basically a brand new Peugeot 205 diesel.
And I'll tell you what, it could go either way, couldn't it? It could go into someone's collection and be nurtured for the rest of its life, and it'll never do any more than 50 miles, or it could go rallying, couldn't it?
I know.
Shame, isn't it?
Well, not so much rallying, it's a diesel, isn't it? But I'll tell you where I think...
Shell.
No, I think it could go either way, I agree with you, but I think either way, as in someone will buy it who's fed up with engine management lights, ABS lights, all that type of stuff, and just use it as an everyday runaround, because let's face it, it's like a tractor. The minute it starts of a morning, there's no reason why it should give you any grief for the rest of the day, should it?
No. Do
you remember those 2 we had 2 very low mileage minis, if you remember, one with about 15 mile, one with about 20, I think.
We did,
and it done exactly that. One went into a collection, mothballed. The other guy wanted to buy one, and his take on it was, if you remember, I can't go and buy a brand new one from a showroom, but I want a new one because the wife wants to use it. That's as near as I'm going to get to a brand new one.
Yeah, a lot of sense in that as well, isn't there? Yeah, he couldn't buy one when they were new, apparently. I bet he can now.
I think that could possibly go to someone who's fed up with all the electronic rubbish that we have to put up with.
Oh, God,
I think so.
I hope so.
Nice Rouse Sierra Cosworth. That'll do really well. Limited run, obviously, with those. So if you're going to buy a Sapphire, you might as well get the limited edition one, which is that. So I think that'll do okay. The Clio we touched on earlier on. I'll tell you what is nice. Come and have a look at this. And I can't remember the exact miles. I'll ask Mickey in a minute, but it's nothing. Basically, a new Freelander.
Is it?
Which is unusual, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
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 I can't remember the miles. I think it's something... Oh, hang on a minute. No. No, I can't remember the miles. It's nothing. It's something daft. Mick might remember. Who's Mickey about? I'll ask him in a minute. But
well, it looks
it's
new,
brand
isn't
new,
it? Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's just basically a new Freelander. You have a look in that. There's a bonnet this side. I can't. Yeah. You open that bonnet. TD4 as well, which is probably the best engine they put in a Freelander. Look at that.
It's clean, isn't it? Yeah. It's a clean car, no doubt about it. Ain't done
It's
a lot
like a
of
new
work, has
Freelander,
it?
isn't it?
Yeah.
And while we're on the subjects and themes of Land Rovers, just wander over there and look at that Series 3. See what a job that's had done to it.
Yeah, I saw that come in. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. A little Austin A30 replica. Look,
Yeah.
it's close, isn't it?
But that I would go as far as to say probably the nicest Series Land Rover we've ever had.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I've seen it. It's lovely. Yeah, it is lovely. It's exceptional, isn't it? Deserves to make good money, this. Yeah.
The attention to detail is lovely, isn't it?
It's beautiful, yeah. When you think how much that Series 1 Bangers and Cash made and how much Series 1 make in general. I mean, a Series 1 in this condition is 20 grand, isn't it?
At least.
At least. I don't know how this is going to be. What do you think it's going to make?
I don't think it'd be far behind it.
Do you not?
I think it would do 15k.
Oh, I think it will, yeah, and it's worth every penny. I'd rather put 15k into this than I would 20 grand into a Series 1 every day. Without
But
a doubt.
that's lovely.
Yeah, it's nice.
That warrants that sort of money, it does.
It's lovely, isn't it?
But yeah, shall we have a look through the yard and then make our way down to Unit 1?
Run one of them when I was 17. Couldn't afford it, but I managed to run it. Brilliant. 3 litre.
Oh, I'll
Lovely
tell you
old
what,
car.
that's something like 20,000 miles as well, I think, the Probe.
The Probe, yeah.
I mean, Probes are unusual anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, they never seemed to do it, did they? But they had the Capri to follow. They couldn't live with a Capri, could they?
Couldn't do it, could they?
No.
Oh, it's a V6 one.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of missing here.
Yes.
No doubt we got something for that. But yeah, they tried to. Well, they were the follow-on really from the Capri, I suppose, weren't they?
They never really did it, did they?
Nah, they didn't. No, they couldn't do it. It was.
But what an unusual thing to be on the show field.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, there's someone out there for that.
That's more unusual than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you pull onto a show field next weekend. There'll be 7 of them.
Yeah.
None of them.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. There won't be many of them either. That's a rare car.
Yeah, Mickey, how many miles on that
538C.
Freelander? No, the super low mileage one. 7,000. Sorry, 7,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 7,500 miles. Yeah,
No
7,000
miles,
miles. I
No
mean,
miles. Another nice Land Rover there.
yeah, a lovely, early one again. We've got some real nice
lucky.
stock again. I
We're
feel.
really lucky, aren't we? We get some lovely stuff. And you know, we get some lovely stuff from lovely people, don't we? That makes it as well.
And when's the
Just
last
here.
time you saw one of them?
Yeah. I just done a video on this the other day, and I think I'm right in saying that is a Fiat engine, isn't it? The Fiat
Yep.
running.
Yeah.
I've had no much
Or Fiat or
experience
Alfa
of them.
Romeo, same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's a straight car, genuine, unmolested. But look at that. Yeah, about that. I drove this the other day. Yeah, little Coventry Climax engine, real revvy little thing, not over revvy, you know, but it all kicks in at 3,000 revs.
Off you go.
Oh, itch in the back at 3,000 revs. Absolutely lovely.
If you can't afford a D-Type,
I know.
because it's a mini D-Type, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, I mean, value-wise, I wouldn't know what to say. Is it 15 grand?
Do you know what? You look, we've done it all our lives, haven't we, both of us? And you look at something and you think, I feel it should be. Yeah, I'm probably with you somewhere. It should be, shouldn't it? Sort of 20 grand, shouldn't it? But I don't know whether it will do it.
I don't think it will.
I don't know.
I think it'll do 15. But I'll tell you why you arrive at what you've just arrived at, and I did the same, is that there's, and I'm blowing my trumpet here now, and we don't normally do that, but there aren't that many people out there that can value most cars. And we've just got that little bit of a gift. Even if we haven't seen one of these before, you get a gut feeling of what it should make. And I'll tell you why you get the gut feeling. You get the gut feeling because it's what you would give. That's what you're using. And there's not many people out there can say, I would give X amount of pounds.
No, you're
for
probably
it.
right there.
That is the reason. But
You're probably right. Shall we wander down to Unit 1?
yeah. This is lovely.
Both these are kind of nice cars, aren't they?
Yeah,
Especially that's a
beautiful.
lovely car.
Beautiful car, that
Yeah.
right colour. Hey, up, how do you doing? I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, there's loads out here.
Oh,
As
loads.
clean a 110 as you're ever going to find.
Yeah.
I know we've just touched on the Land Rovers inside,
Yeah.
but if we had a bit more space, and I'd have put that in straight away. I think it did live in until 1 or 2 convertibles came along.
Yeah.
Then unfortunately, as you know, we have to put some of the R-top
Yeah.
stuff out
Yeah.
when some of the convertibles come in.
Yeah. absolutely,
But hopefully we'll have a bit more space coming in the next few weeks over
Yeah,
there. So,
we need more covered room, don't we?
so we'll be able to put an extra 50 or so vehicles under cover, won't we? Which will take a lot of, well, I was going to say it's going to take a lot of pressure off, and it will, won't it, for a month?
It's about all.
And then all of a sudden we're back where we started again, aren't we?
Yep.
We've done some great filming with this. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed my day
I
with
bet
this.
you did.
Yeah.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Great filming with
Nice
that
condition
today.
for one of them as well. They're normally,
Lovely.
you know,
And it
right
is-
second rate, aren't they?
It is police spec as well. It's uprated transmission, uprated suspension. The guy who worked at the factory when he ordered it new, and he basically ticked the police spec.
Did he?
Even though it wasn't, it's never been a police car officially. But yeah, find another one of those, eh?
Well, that's great, isn't it?
But yeah, again, there's all sorts in here, isn't there?
Value for money car.
Lovely, nice low mileage
Cheap
Mercedes
car.
again in white,
Cheap
which
car.
is a colour that's still in vogue, isn't it? It never used to be, let's face it. If you
No.
had that 15, 20 years ago,
It's the new silver, isn't it?
yeah, you'd be stuck with it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But now, yeah, white's good.
Right. Nice. Yeah, no, it's a nice selection. There's some nice price range. There's a price range Healy there I can see. That appeals to me there for value for money.
Yeah,
I mean, unbelievable.
yeah, look
isn't
at
it?
that.
You know, I'll get really upset when people say, oh, it's a kit car. Hang on a minute, pal, hang on. Don't start calling it kit car until you can build one better.
I know.
Beautiful bit
I
of
said a
kit.
similar thing on the video.
Oh, what a car. I mean, what do you give? I don't know what these are from the factory. I don't know, 300,000, I don't know what they are. A load of money.
I think you're talking,
20 odd grand.
I think you're into $1 million or more,
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
you? I think so, yeah, I think so. To be fair, I'll be honest, I don't study them because, yeah, they're
Well,
just,
this is the one I picked up.
they're
I
not
think, isn't it?
really my thing, but you can't not stop when you think what value this is.
Oh, man.
You know,
I mean,
absolutely.
and you're driving
Lancia-
down the road, who knows?
Yeah,
No
exactly.
one knows.
And the bit I like about it most is Lancia Beta.
Lancia
engine,
Beta running
which
gear,
we
yeah.
used to run Lancias.
Yeah,
didn't
it's an HPE supercharger, I think.
Don't know if it's a supercharger in it.
No, maybe not a supercharger.
I think it's
HPE,
a volume.
I think. Yeah.
It's a
Volume
HPE,
X.
not a Volume X.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
HPE. Yeah, that's the one. That's a straight car. The
Mercedes.
the Merc. You know,
Ah.
not everyone's cup of tea, but you know, it's a blooming nice car. Bentley Special over there. Amazing value for money again.
Do you know what?
We've got a Skoda.
A Skoda Fun. Yeah, it's limited edition.
Yeah, pick up with
pick
a
up they did,
hardtop.
didn't they? We never had any. We were Skoda Diz, weren't we, for a while? But we
had
didn't
the
have any of
fabric,
those
did-
Funs.
No,
but we had
the
lots
fabric,
of
no.
fabric
Yeah,
Formans, didn't we?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, brilliant motor.
What we ought to do really, I think, is just wander down and have a quick look in the bike shed because I know it's that time of year. So it's sort of the first main sale of the year as far as bikes go. But you'll see in a minute, we've got quite a lot of bikes.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Too
so-
many, really. But
We're going to have a look.
can you have too many? I wonder.
The nice thing about it is, as you just touched on there, we constantly seem to have something for everyone, don't we? There is something for everyone, whether you've got, you know, £2,000 or whether you've got, you know, £92,000 to spend. There's something for
Well,
everyone.
this fella's here. He's been sitting in it for the last 2 days, so he's obviously going to buy it.
Oh, is that what he was
That's
doing?
what he's after.
I thought it was one of the new members of Star.
No, he wants to buy it.
Oh, does he?
I'll tell you, but just before you go in there, can I just show you this? Because this is a nice car. Look, I haven't checked it out to make sure. There's a 1500. Ain't many of them built. Maybe 3,000, something like that. I don't know. But this here, look at this. Again, it's a car that there's loads and loads of restored ones around, or loads, even more ready for restoration. But there's a lot that have been restored, but not to this level. This is absolutely lovely. I'll tell you what I like. Tell you how nice it's been done. You can see by the paint finish. But look, they've taken the time to paint the starting handle and the wheel brace. Little things like that. That basically that's how it would have come out of the factory. Absolutely lovely. And look at that. Shots like a Golf. What a car. Picked it up myself. And the fact
Don't do it too much, it might fall off.
no, it might fall off. The fact of the matter is, the poor gentleman that put this in, the vendor, he's now living abroad. He bought it about 14 years ago or thereabouts, put it into a restorer, made the fatal mistake of saying, I'm not in a rush.
In a rush.
11 years later, he got it out. The day I picked it up, he drove round as a passenger, drove round the town in it, and that's the only time he'd ever been in it. So he bought it, put it in there, spent a load of money, got it to this level, drove it around the town and went abroad.
We're mental, aren't we, really?
We're wired up wrong.
We're all as bad as each other, aren't we? Oh, let's touch on this little, this Jaguar.
Beautiful Mini Cooper as well. That wants mentioning. It's a 998 Cooper. What a car. Beautifully restored. One of Bangers and Cash. Going to cause a lot of interest, that.
And then we had a little look around this
Yeah,
the other day.
Challenger.
Which fooled me, as I said in the video.
Yeah.
When it pulled up there the other afternoon, I genuinely thought it was a genuine E-Type.
No, it's amazing.
I think it's probably the best reproduction E-Type I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely
when
great.
you got closer to it, you know, these two things were the giveaway. But,
but
even so,
but
you know,
even out there, when it pulled up out there,
I thought it was
I know we're
genuine.
talking 100 yards, but I was like, oh, E-Type.
Yeah, me as well. Definitely.
You know,
it's a cracker.
So
Absolute
it fooled
cracker.
us at 100 yards. If you parked that outside Morrison's, it'd fool everyone
Oh yeah.
at no yards.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Be nice to follow it through to a show field and see how many people finally twig it.
I nearly
want
picked
many?
that one. I nearly picked that one for guess the hammer price, because I thought you're going to get anything from 20 to £100,000 on that, aren't you?
Yeah.
As people's expectations.
Which did you pick then?
Well, because it's so unusual, really, I picked the
You
V6
picked the Renault?
Clio.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have picked this personally. This is more of a challenge, I would have thought.
Yeah, I know.
Challenger. Bit of a pun, I know.
Yeah. Anyway,
You're going through the motorbikes?
yeah, let's go through the bikes. See what's what. Yeah. Don't wake Polly up as you go past. Yeah. Hello, boys.
Guard dog section.
Right, and then we're into bikes. And he's doing the bikes. I love these. I love these little bikes.
What a sweet little
I
machine.
love these little bikes.
Beautiful.
These little hundreds, they're great. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, brilliant.
It's amazing, isn't
Brilliant
it?
little bike.
Look
So,
after
yeah.
that, it'd be running for 100 years.
So Andy, together with Alan over there, they look after this shed. So this is a memorabilia and motorbike shed. So this is their domain really, and it's chock-a-block at the moment, mate, isn't it? We're full, and probably beyond full really. But there's a bit of all sorts in here. The bike movement is in a little bit of a disarray, isn't it? Really, I would think that's fair to say.
Well, it is really, because we've moved on 2 generations in 20 years. So that takes out guys of my age and older that cut their teeth on these and collected these. We're now getting too old. We're not strong enough and whatever to lug them about and such like. We're not keen on kickstarting them. You know, a lot of us are now being used to pressing a button. Well, not me personally, but a lot of guys have. So consequently, you're taking a whole generation at least out of the marketplace. So if you do that, then you're struggling, and we're struggling, and everybody else is struggling. So something like that, for argument's sake, that would have made 5,500 quid maybe, for argument's sake, 2 or 3 years ago, is now down to 3,500 quid, which is a bit of a shame. But then again, you could argue that the older guys would have said 2 years ago, that ain't
too
worth
much money.
5,500
I
quid,
know,
it's
too
worth
much
3,500
money.
quid.
You
So
can't
we've
win,
actually,
can you?
You know, you've lost some, but you've pleased others.
I know you can't win.
No, you can't.
They'd come along and say, how much? 5,000. Last time I bought one of them, I give 24 quid for it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
but there you are. But even these, I mean, this isn't particularly modern, but even some of the modern super bikes and things now, £3,000, £4,000 gets you a hell of a bike.
I know.
A hell of a bike.
I know.
You know, I mean, lovely, lovely bikes.
Well,
you
that's
know.
strange, isn't it, really? I suppose they've flooded the market, haven't they?
Well, I suppose we have, haven't we? Here we are. You know, there'll be 100 odd bikes here to go through, won't there?
Yeah. I mean, every bike shop I drive past, which is not many because you don't see modern bike shops so much anymore, do you? But those that I do drive by are absolutely chock-a-block inside. They're out on the pavement. They're everywhere.
I know.
Thousands of them for sale.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. There is, like you say, it's a cut to the point where they're for sale on every street corner.
Yeah.
So you've got to.
Yeah.
The only way you can conclude a sale is by ticking the condition and the value for money price box. Isn't it? Simple as that. If you can't do both, at least one. You've got to do at least one. If you know that stands a chance. But if you can tick both boxes, then you know you're probably going to find a new home for them, aren't you?
Hopefully. A couple of police bikes.
I like them.
Yeah.
I like
Funny
them.
little things.
Something about them.
Yeah, quiet and easy to ride. And
They're just,
creep
I
up
don't know
on
what
you.
it is. There's just something about them.
Yeah, they were made for a purpose, I think, and they fulfilled that purpose. That was about it, really.
Yeah, no, I like them.
Ride to work bike, Bantams.
Yeah.
Mopeds we love. Combinations don't sell. Big problem.
I know.
You know, who wants to go out in a combination anymore, really? I mean, she won't sit in a sidecar, will she? No. And, you know, especially when it's the wrong side like that. Look at that.
I know.
I mean,
she's a bit scary,
isn't
isn't it?
Hooker.
I know,
yeah,
I know,
so,
I know.
You know, she's facing like motors coming the other way. Woo.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
As you're trying to pull out behind a Scania.
Nightmare taking her out in that, wasn't it? With nothing but moan.
Well, having said that, at least you couldn't hear half of it, could you, in all fairness?
That's
no.
true.
No, you couldn't hear half of it, could you?
So yeah, we have looked modern stuff again. I don't really understand it. They're widow makers, aren't they? Really, these damn things. But
well,
and, you know, some of the old boys still ride them, don't they? I mean, there's a load of guys coming out, spot down there, you know, just for a fag break or something like that. They're all 60, 70-year-old, and you know, just about get their leg over on it. And
I know.
I can't see it.
They don't want to give up, do they?
They don't want
to. And to be fair, can you blame them?
Well,
can you blame them
no,
if that's what they're into? You can't, can you? If that's what they're into.
For similar money or a little bit more, I think I'd rather power steer myself down the road in a Bentley, me. But
well,
anyway,
I know.
Each to his own, innit?
Yeah, I know, but it's not the same, is it? And if they've grown up with bikes, they're into bikes. That's it, innit? They're bikes. Simple as that.
So.
Yeah, simple as that. Yeah. But anyway, I think that sort of sums up this this sale.
There you go.
So a bit of a bumper sale for us. We'll see how we go.
1,000 lots over 3 days.
1,000 lots over 3 days.
I'm just going to rub it in a little bit because I've been hoping and praying we could get to a 1,000 lot auction at some stage in our career, and I know that's been just about impossible up to now, and everyone in conservative with an auction, and you'll back me up on this, you included, have said no, it can't be done, we can't do it, that sort of thing, and I'm thinking, well, it could, but I know it would be an odd thing, and now we're there, 1,000 lots. Now I'm not bothered now, particularly if we never do 1,000 lots again. But I want to be able to say we had a 1,000 lot auction and we've got a 1,000 lot auction. And again, not being clever, but I don't think it'll be beat in the motor trade, in this business, this section of the motor trade. So I think we set a record.
I think the reluctance on my part, you know, to push towards that magic number has just been just the room and the workload and the staff and everything that goes with it.
We've never had the staff, have we?
We've never, and you know, and it's been a real, it has been a real challenge to put this one together. It's only actually come by default, really. You know, I didn't set out to have a 1,000 lot auction this month. It's just literally by default, really, that I thought, well, you know, we got to 600-700, then 800, then before you know where you are, you're pushing 9, and you think, well, do you know what? We might as well go for it, mightn't we?
So close, you might as well go for it.
We might as well go
agree.
for it.
I don't know whether we're going to continue, are we? But I could see us doing a regular 900 lot auction, could you not?
Yeah, to be honest with you, 300 a day I think is manageable for us on the rostrum, to give each lot, I think, the time that it needs, for the storage and the processing and everything that the team have to do as far as getting that to market, that particular lot. I think realistically, if Friday, again, this year has been a real dip your toe in, isn't it? I mean, we've gone from weekends to weekdays. You know, we're now going from 2 days to 3 days. I mean, you know, we've only just done one big change, and now we're instigating another change. Yeah. So if Friday goes okay, mixed bag Thursday, mixed bag Friday, at 300 a lot.
After this one.
After this one.
This one is memorabilia only on a Friday.
Yes.
That's where we score. Because if you remember in the old days, I could whip through 350 lots in 3.5 hours down there. I'm not suggesting we go as quick as that on Friday, but it can be done. Yeah. So that's handier.
But and to be fair, the main reason that was pushed through is because we've got a bit of a backlog of memorabilia. So we thought, right, let's move some on, because there's lots more coming through.
I think that's the problem you're going to have to decide on, decide on how you're going to do it, because I think we're always going to have a backlog. I think you're going to wind up doing memorabilia on Friday only, you know. I don't think you dare do a mixed bag, you know.
Well, I think we're all going into it with a bit of an open mind and see how it goes. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? If it doesn't work, you can't do it anymore. If it does work, you carry on. So none of us really know, do we? You know, you don't know. But the difference being is we've got to give it a go, and we'll try. You know, and like I say, if you know, hopefully it'll work. But if it doesn't work, at least we tried, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, you've got to try these things. Absolutely, I'm up for that.
Give it a go.
That'd be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm glad you are, because I aren't.
Oh, that'd be right. Yeah. So there you go. So there you are,
sums it up, I think, really.
That basically sums it up. That's what we're doing. We'll sink or swim on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We hope you'll stick with us and bear with us, because it is a learning curve, and you know, as I say, we don't know quite how it's going to go. We don't know how quick the girls up in the office can keep up with us and so on, especially on the Friday with memorabilia. So a lot of the invoicing and what have you won't be able to be done until the Saturday. I wouldn't know, they won't be in. Are they in on Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday morning?
Saturdays. We still do Saturdays. I mean, people think that we're not doing Saturdays now. We still do Saturdays.
Yeah, yeah.
We just have a limited staff on a Saturday morning now.
Yeah.
And obviously the shop's open
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Just people out there, please understand that, you know, 1,000 lots is a lot, and just bear with us a little bit, and just give us a little bit of slack, will you? And don't pester us too much until maybe Monday, when you can start pestering again.
That's about it, I think.
Is that good?
Yeah. Thanks ever so much, guys. We'll see you next time.